What's going on, guys? Torn and Vego here, and welcome back to Dragon Age, the Inquisition. Last we left off. What were we doing? We were doing some main quests, some side quests, any kind of quest. But let's keep... and we found out.
Oh, not a fucking son.
Torn and Vego, the original Dragon Age Origins one, had a son. It's a smile on my face. If I'm honest with you, that actually does put a smile on my face because he has two children. He does have two children. Yeah, he has two children. He has the one from Orzammar, but then his main child. And he has Kieran, obviously. And now the one in Orzammar is actually getting along.
Hello, Inquisitor. Honored to help.
Those bands will pose the toll. Here's the time.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Hello, Josie.
A pleasure.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Goodbye. Huh. We have to have another talking episode soon. Some more council.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlay's support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Let's hope for deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
We'll keep them there.
They've terrorized Thetis long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
Please continue.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you. This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Last time we saw a dwarf walk through one of those was Torn. the hero thrill and walk through it with Morrigan. In Dragon Age Witch Hunt. Last time we saw someone walk through one of those, we know what it could do. Are we finally gonna get to find out where Tornin went? Well, not exactly where he went, obviously, but like, is this where he came when he went through the Illuvian in Dragon Age Witch Hunt? Is this the area he came to? This is where him and Morrigan arrived.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
It's incredible.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
Corypheus wants this.
Corypheus wants to come here?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
So, Corypheus wants to go there to tear down the barriers separating that area to the Fade, which is very close apparently. Which is more possible than tearing down the Veil in the real world. And if he can do that, he can enter the Fade in the flesh, and then he can throw open the gates of the Black City, and then be extended to godhood. Fuck, man. This guy has so many fucking plans. How long has he been planning this for? He's got to have had this up his sleeve for fucking like years. Let's go set some operations. Summon the War Council. I'm gonna go speak to the specialization trainers. Oh, here we go. Connections. Okay, ability knowledge, there we go. Hi, James. Hello. Oh, let's see, what the fuck can we actually fucking do today? Skyhaven ruins, okay. Blah 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 blah, loads of stuff, unimportant stuff I don't really care about. Like a heretic sister, we can do the operations, fuck's sake, man. Okay, that's actually pretty decent, that stuff I can go for Cassandra, maybe. That'd be very decent. And then drive Darksman from Val Glamond and influence in Darkman off a Great Sword. Oh, what was the quest? Oh, it was over here. Over here, right? I think it is. Find the old...
The order was
clear.
sent.
This morning.
There we go. Send on the honor.
Inquisitor.
Can we complete anything else in here? Aiding Kirkwall. Tell them if the major rebellion has been quelled, however the city where it will begin, Kirkwall still suffers from the consequences of the fanatic and those actions. Kirkwall was once my home. It was my home of Grand Clark Alpina, who was mother to me and so many others. I will not watch it languish. Darkhaven will soon embark on a mission of aid. We will send troops and workers to assist the rebuilding and the restoration of the city. I humbly entreat the Inquisition for their help in the endeavour.
Let us begin.
And who can Cullen actually do? What the fuck can Cullen actually do? Yeah, drive Darksman from Baglemar.
Inquisitor.
There we are. Let's go speak to the fucking specialization people. But how are you, James? Has been a fucking while. I've seen that you've actually been getting back into your YouTube career, as per se. If you'd call it a career, obviously. I don't know. Do you call it a career? I don't know. Like, oh, sorry, channel, like hobby. Yeah, I'd say hobby. You big YouTuber, but I wouldn't say we're gonna call it a career, obviously. But yeah, let's call it a career for the sake of it. Been seeing you get back into it, and I've really been enjoying your videos. To be honest, I always do enjoy them. If I am honest with you, if I am completely honest, I do enjoy your videos. You know, one thing is, I don't always enjoy the games you play, but I do enjoy your videos. I think you do a good job with them. To be honest. Specialization, people, please. Please give me fucking strength for this one. It's you I want.
Let's look at you. Right, you'll survive it. Maybe.
Maybe.
And you are?
I'm a breaker. My name is Thram, and I was not expecting a messenger from this place. The Inquisitor wants to be a Reaver.
I'll use any means to help.
It may seem odd, but the cause demands it.
Right. By any means, you will bring good to this world. This is not a road for those who worry about what others think. You want power? Admit it. You've battles to win. If you give a toss about opinion, you can write your own history after you win. Let's not waste time. You've dragons to conquer, infusions to make, and blood to drink.
Show me the process.
Right. Tell me how it begins.
Very well. There is instruction. There are steps. At the end, there is choice. I look forward to what you become, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Rush, fine, infusion, premise. I see. Howdy. Mr. Blackwall. Is this the glitch? Has the glitch actually happened? Guys. I think the glitch has happened. Yeah, there's a glitch in the game where black will disappear after you do those two quests. This is a tip for how I solved it on the PS3, so we're going to save it here. And then load. And he should appear in front of us. That's how it worked on the PS3. So it works. Hold it. Save it, guys. Blackwall.
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
We stopped it.
We stopped him. We saved most of the wardens.
But not all of them. And they died thinking they were doing something good. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Then remember the intention.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Even at the cost.
Our mounts have never had better.
The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Investigate. Let's talk about you.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
Where are you from?
Your name Blackwall doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher then? Ferelden?
I was from the Free Marchers originally. Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
So you have a past.
I hear that many wardens were once criminals.
Not just wardens, it seems. Your own past isn't spotless. I'm sure you'd rather leave it behind you. As would I.
Never mind. I didn't be that fucking Blackwall bitch. Stupid little bitch. And he's like that. He can be such a fucking down on my life. He's such a bummer. Like, he ruins the mood. He's so dull. Let's do the conversations. It's Cassandra gonna be angry I went for Josephine over her. You let me on.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've had enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
I'm not sending her away, you stupid priest. Is she bothering you?
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Is that even possible?
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate?
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because you're a man, first and foremost. If they name you a candidate, they may as well join the Tevinter Imperium. Truly, though, I imagine it's because they're frightened of it. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
You'd be perfect.
I think you'd make an excellent divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats. Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
So do better.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
A new crusade for you.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
I see. Cassandra again.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Everything okay?
Are you alright? You seem very intent.
I am. This needs to be done before I forget. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. It must be recorded.
That's a good idea.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. I saw her there, heard her voice, yet I cannot claim with certainty it was really her. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
I believe it was her.
I believe it was the divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When I realized we were physically in the Fade, I was terrified, almost beyond reason. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
The Chantry teaches us that was the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into Arbor. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. Cassandra again.
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Can I help?
Something I can help you with?
Yes. Possibly. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
This is important to you.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Of course, Cassandra, of course.
A pleasure.
How are you always so polite?
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Doesn't it get tiresome?
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be trying. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely painful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
I've liked meeting all of you.
One good thing about becoming Inquisitor has been meeting so many different people.
I'm pleased. I imagine we appear a strange bunch to those outside our circle. Mages, Templars, Seekers, and an apostate elf are not often found working in harmony. Or at all.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Varric.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He led the Wardens near Kirkwall. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
At least Hawk survived.
We must be glad that Hawk made it back in one piece.
Yeah, closest thing I've ever seen to a miracle there. Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where he's going. I'll have to let Merrill know. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
Alright.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Never mind. Turn to the wall table and pick up the heraldry, give it to Josephine, and cut the video. There and then.
Have you had any trouble with them?
25
Not
minutes.
at all. I will inform you if that changes.
30 minutes. Alright, let's go give it to Josephine. What? Oh, fuck. Oh, so you're gonna have to go to Valrio. glorious. Actually glorious. We've got dings. Sarah. Flask of fire. Blackwall. Champion. Bulwark. What have we had? Resilience. Vivian. There we go. Okay.
The proprietor disagrees. Escape is essential.
Escape is assured, and we exact revenge in high spirits.
Heroes we. His efforts sunk.
An ending. Huzzah!
On to a family crest. But I got way too much in the inventory. Oh, this guy don't use it. There we go. Now we can head back to Skyhold, guys. We can present the crest to Josephine. Josephine. And then we'll only go to the war table and set the another quest for the Lils to do. So at least something's getting done by our whilst we're not recording. A nice big quest to do. Right, let's go. Just keep heading up. Oh, barracks quest.
The Inquisitor.
This is a romance quest, I think. Josephine.
What's this?
You said you wanted to see your original family crest. I found one for you.
I'm astonished. I'd given up hope that any example of the early family crest still existed. It even has our first motto, back from when we had a trading fleet to speak of. From sea to shore, we tame the waves.
I'd hope you'd liked it.
Anything to see you smile.
You've certainly succeeded. Thank you.
Boom.
A pleasure.
Goodbye. Just boom. Right. Let's have a look out, so I'll give Liliana her quest and then we'll cut the video. Right, what can you do else? The Dasher.
It was interesting to see how much has changed in Halam Shiral. And so little.
Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
Inquisitor.
And with that, guys, I will be cutting the video off here. So as always, hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. There, guys. Bye.